Alors tout d'abord, merci à tous d'être venus. Vous êtes nombreux. C'est peut-être la preuve que c'est un sujet intéressant. Donc on va essayer de vous aider sur ce sujet. Donc je me présente, je suis Éric Kremer, je suis directeur de l'ISMAC. L'ISMAC, c'est une école de commerce franco-chinoise. Donc on accueille des étudiants chinois et asiatiques qui viennent faire des études en France et des Français qui s'intéressent à la Chine ou à l'Asie en général. À côté de ça, on a une activité de formation aux entreprises. Donc vous avez entre les mains notre catalogue. Le but, c'est évidemment d'aider les entreprises françaises à se préparer pour travailler avec la Chine, puisque vous savez tous, ou en tout cas pour un certain nombre d'entre vous, que la Chine demande un minimum quand même de préparation. Il y a quand même des clés à connaître, et notamment sur ce sujet d'aujourd'hui de la propriété industrielle. Alors, c'est la propriété industrielle, donc nous allons avoir deux intervenants. Le premier intervenant, Philippe Médot, juste voilà, Philippe Médot, juste pour le présenter rapidement. Philippe Médot a été directeur de la filiale Bayer Biotech en Chine. Il a été confronté donc, à un certain nombre de questions qu'il vous expliquera. Et juste ensuite, donc, Céline MING vous présentera donc, la situation de la propriété intellectuelle en Chine. Donc, Céline Ming, comme vous l'avez vu, est avocate à Shanghai, d'un cabinet d'avocats présent dans plusieurs grandes villes de Chine, spécialisé dans les problématiques de propriété intellectuelle. Donc, elle vous apportera un certain nombre d'éléments, de conseils, et vous aurez toute possibilité après la conférence. Alors, bien sûr, il y aura toutes les questions. Vous pourrez poser toutes les questions que vous voulez. Et ensuite, après, il y aura une séance de networking dont vous pourrez effectivement discuter entre vous ou avec Céline ou avec Philippe. Un tout petit détail. Donc, la présentation de Céline se fera en anglais, parce qu'elle n'est pas assez à l'aise en français. Par contre, si vous voulez poser vos questions en français, il n'y a pas de souci, elle pourra le comprendre sans problème. Si vous voulez discuter après avec elle, elle fera des efforts de le faire en français. Mais voilà. Donc, je vais passer la parole à Joël Gréa, qui va se présenter lui, avec qui donc, on co-organise cet événement.
Merci Eric. Bonjour, bienvenue à tous. Donc, aujourd'hui, vous êtes dans la salle événementielle de Dojo Group, qui est un écosystème d'innovation transnationale et dont je suis le cofondateur. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'un écosystème d'innovation ? C'est une entreprise qui met en place toutes les conditions nécessaires pour permettre à d'autres d'innover. Donc, que ce soit des grands groupes, des startups ou même des PME, des freelances. Donc, pour ça, nous organisons de l'événementiel, nous mettons en place des espaces de coworking, nous organisons des concours de start-up et nous travaillons sur bien d'autres choses, du fonds d'investissement aux médias. Donc si vous avez des questions, si vous voulez en savoir plus, n'hésitez pas à venir voir les personnes qui portent un t-shirt Dojo ou Isabelle ici présente lors du networking de tout à l'heure. Et maintenant, je passe la parole à notre intervenante. Notre intervenant, pardon. Erreur de...
Merci beaucoup. Ni hao. 我是我的名字是 Filippo. 我是法国人，我不是中国人，但我喜欢中国。Je m'arrêterai là, mais ça veut dire que la première chose que j'ai apprise quand je suis allé travailler en Chine, c'est qu'en fait, il fallait apprendre un peu de chinois, parce que vous n'imagineriez pas une seconde, vous, Français, qu'il y ait quelqu'un qui est chinois, qui vienne parler en chinois et vienne vous donner des leçons de business, des leçons de propriété intellectuelle, des leçons d'innovation ou des leçons de quoi que ce soit. Donc la première leçon, ça a été de m'adapter. Et vous voyez qu'en fait, l'adaptation doit être perpétuelle, puisque en fait, j'ai quasiment tout perdu ce que j'avais appris. J'ai travaillé en Chine pendant 3 ans pour un groupe chimique et pharmaceutique qui s'appelle Bayer, qui était implanté en Chine depuis une centaine d'années. Donc, notion de travail de très longue haleine et de relation avec le pays sur des bases qui sont des bases de relations fortes et pérennes. Et j'ai eu la chance de diriger une des plus nouvelles start-up de ce grand groupe, puisque c'était les biotechnologies végétales, ce qu'on appelle vulgairement les OGM, à un moment où, en Europe, tout le monde avait dit non, à un moment où la société qui travaillait avec moi avait des actionnaires et des fonds de pension qui disaient non, et où les dirigeants de la société et le monde disaient oui, à long terme, il faudra y aller. On avait essayé de travailler à acheter des parts de marché tout de suite en Chine, parce que la Chine, c'était facile. C'était un pays pauvre, ignare, non développé, qui n'y connaissait rien, et on allait rentrer comme dans du beurre. Ça ne s'est pas passé comme ça, heureusement. La Chine est un magnifique grand pays qui vit à très très long terme, et ça on l'avait un tout petit peu oublié. Ce sont des milliers d'années d'histoire. Et je pense que les entreprises européennes en particulier, et en particulier de l'Europe de l'Ouest, donc la France en particulier, a une chance énorme, c'est qu'en fait il y a une notion de culture à partager à long terme avec la Chine. Beaucoup de mes collègues et de mes confrères américains en particulier ont voulu aller trop vite, se sont grillés les ailes et se sont fait piquer leurs inventions, sauvagement, à 100%, sans possibilité de revenir en arrière. Des grands noms des top 100 de fortune se sont fait piquer leurs majeurs produits dans ce pays, et y compris en Inde d'ailleurs, qui représente à eux deux quasiment la moitié de la population mondiale, et certainement la moitié du marché mondial demain. La chance que j'ai eue, c'est que la société qui m'employait a voulu prendre le temps, a voulu s'adapter à la Chine, a voulu apprendre la Chine et le chinois, a voulu travailler à construire les bases de la future grande Chine, les futures bases de l'innovation chinoise. Et j'ai fait partie de ce jeu-là. Donc au lieu d'acheter des parts de marché et d'acheter des entreprises, je connais la Chine, enfin je ne vais pas dire que je connais la Chine par cœur, mais j'ai voyagé dans toutes les provinces au moins une fois par semaine pendant 3 ans. J'ai connu tous les gouverneurs de province, tous les adjoints, tous les grands patrons d'entreprises, etc. Et j'ai connu aussi tous les grands ministères, tous les ministres avec lesquels j'ai pu travailler sur les bases de la vraie adaptabilité des règles de l'OMC, signées en 2000 par la Chine, à partir de rien, avec une volonté d'apprendre extraordinaire, avec des gens qui avaient une intelligence remarquable, qui avaient une grosse différence culturelle, c'est qu'en fait, ils vivaient sur le long terme et qu'ils avaient des problématiques que nous ne connaissions pas. Nous sommes environ 60 ou 70 millions d'habitants, nantis, parce qu'en fait, climatologiquement et agroclimatologiquement, on peut faire tout ce qu'on veut en France quasiment. La Chine, ce n'est pas tout à fait pareil. Vous connaissez la Chine puisque vous êtes là, et vous savez qu'en fait, les données sont complètement différentes. Donc ce que j'ai beaucoup travaillé pour en arriver au fait, c'est sur les aspects des biotechnologies, et donc végétales, et sur tout ce qui concerne ces captures de fragments de gènes qu'on va utiliser. Je ne vais pas vous faire un cours d'agronomie, hein, ne vous en faites pas. Je ne suis pas technicien ni ingénieur dans ce domaine. Mais par contre, en fait, on sait que dans ce type de pays-là, dans ce type de situation-là, on a absolument besoin de lutter contre la sécheresse. Et on sait que dans certains pays du globe, on a des plantes qui sont résistantes à la sécheresse. On a besoin de lutter contre des insectes, comme des criquets ou des mouches ou n'importe quoi. Et on sait que dans certaines situations, on peut améliorer la résistance à ces choses-là. Donc j'arrête sur les exemples, mais il y a beaucoup d'exemples qui font que on va avoir des résultats potentiellement très positifs. Le côté difficile, et je ne vais pas non plus entrer dans des débats sociaux, mais ceci dit, il y a la notion de danger et de risque. Et c'était ça qu'il fallait que la Chine comprenne il fallait que la Chine légifère sur ces aspects-là. La Chine avait beaucoup besoin de nourrir ses habitants, sachant que la population allait grandir et que de toute façon, la Chine avait aussi pour mission de nourrir les populations limitrophes dans les pays voisins, entre autres choses. Donc ça, c'était une chose. La notion de danger, c'était la non-maîtrise de cette génétique. Et là, encore une fois, vous savez de ce dont je parle. Et puis, il y avait un danger extraordinaire et qui va nous faire toucher tout de suite à cette notion de protection intellectuelle. C'était le risque que, en fait, on prenne le patrimoine génétique de la Chine, les ressources, les arbres spécifiques à la Chine, les plantes de riz spécifiques à la Chine, etc. Et que, en fait, on les emmène à l'extérieur de la Chine. Et à ce moment-là, la Chine ne pouvait plus rien faire. On avait pillé son patrimoine. D'où la nécessité de discuter avec les autorités chinoises, parce que les autorités chinoises nous bloquaient complètement. On n'avait pas le droit. On avait le droit de rien. Ils ne voulaient pas signer les accords qu'on avait imaginé signer. Et ils nous avaient dit, oui, oui, on va signer cet accord. Oui. Et quand on arrivait pour signer avec le ministre des Affaires étrangères, par exemple, ou le ministre de l'Intérieur, ou le ministre de l'Industrie, ou le ministre de la Santé, non, il y avait toujours quelque chose qui ne collait pas. Avec le sourire. Mais il y avait toujours quelque chose qui ne collait pas. Et ils avaient raison. Parce qu'en fait, pour eux, c'était fondamental. Pour eux, ils étaient en train de grandir. Tout notre code civil, toutes nos choses comme ça, tout ce qu'on a accumulé, nous, dans toutes nos réglementations et toutes nos procédures, il fallait qu'ils le construisent et qu'ils mettent les bouchées, non pas double, mais triple, mais quadruple, pour avancer avec le monde. La Chine savait qu'elle était contrainte d'évoluer très très vite. Ce qui est complètement contraire, et là je ne vais pas rentrer non plus dans des domaines philosophiques, mais la Chine était basée sur une argumentation confucienne et communiste. Confucius, on apprend en copiant, en imitant, et communiste, on partage tout. Ce n'est pas tellement en ligne avec la propriété intellectuelle, tout ça. Or, il fallait absolument que la Chine crée de la richesse, crée de la valeur, et donc crée de la protection intellectuelle et industrielle. Donc c'est toute cette combinaison-là. Et j'ai passé certainement plus de temps avec les homologues de Céline au plan légal et au plan juridique à construire des textes, à les aider à construire des textes, leurs textes, à leur sauce, adaptés à leurs problématiques, qu'à faire mon boulot d'aller acheter une entreprise ou des entreprises pour pouvoir faire du profit immédiat. Je saute à aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, quand je suis parti de Chine, presque rien n'était fait. Les textes étaient faits et on commençait juste à grandir un tout petit peu. Et s'il me reste un tout petit peu de temps, je reviendrai sur l'état dans lequel j'ai laissé la filiale. Maintenant, comme à chaque fois que Bayer et je ne vends pas Bayer, comme chaque fois que cette société ou que ces sociétés ont réussi à faire des partenariats avec la Chine, il y a eu un juste renvoi d'ascenseur, un juste retour des choses. Et il y a eu un espèce de partenariat très long terme qui s'est instauré et une espèce d'amitié. Ça ne veut pas dire qu'on ne fait pas de business. On se respecte, c'est de l'amitié professionnelle. Mais en tout cas, maintenant, la filiale gagne de l'argent, a beaucoup de clients, exporte, donc protection intellectuelle et industrielle réussie, exportation, donc risque. Et tout ça avec 99% d'employés chinois. Donc, s'il me reste 2 minutes, je dis juste que les premières personnes que j'ai recrutées au plan de l'activité en tant que telle, sans parler des aspects administratifs avec toutes les personnes qui s'occupaient du juridique et des choses comme ça. Mais avant de recruter des commerciaux, j'ai recruté des jeunes ingénieurs ou des jeunes chercheurs ou des jeunes PhD chinois pour aller travailler dans des laboratoires que je n'ai pas achetés, mais que j'ai partagés en joint venture, moitié-moitié, avec le gouvernement chinois ou avec des universités chinoises, des choses comme ça. La route a été très longue. Quelqu'un a dit ça avant moi, quelqu'un de bien plus célèbre. La route est longue. Et par contre, la route est belle. Et tout à l'heure, on discutait des réussites ou des peurs des étrangers vers un endroit de la Chine. On peut avoir peur si on ne le respecte pas. Mais si quelqu'un ne nous respecte pas, nous, en France, on ne va pas l'accepter. Il faut juste reconnaître que la Chine, c'est potentiellement beaucoup plus grand que nous, qui sont encore beaucoup plus en retard, qui sont encore très en retard par rapport à nous, et que donc il faut leur laisser le temps. Et la meilleure manière de faire une réussite demain pour nous, c'est d'en faire des partenaires. À chaque fois qu'on s'oppose à eux, on est moins fort. Moi, je trouve que, et ça sera peut-être la fin, non ? Je pense que notre France, dont je porte le drapeau haut, même si de temps en temps on se tape un peu sur la tête, il ne faut pas oublier qu'en fait, on est simplement un petit 70 millions d'habitants, que dans la majorité des marchés, dans la majorité des segments, on est bien plus costaud que tous les pays du monde. On est, admettons, 5 ou 6e puissance mondiale pour l'ensemble des choses. En termes de protection des brevets, par exemple, on est parmi ceux qui ont les meilleurs brevets, les plus solidement ancrés en termes légaux, parce que là, on viendra sur les terminologies et sur les détails, parce qu'après, chacun, dans son domaine, met les amendements qu'il veut, qu'il peut vendre. Mais ceci dit, il faut qu'on porte haut notre drapeau français. Par contre, il faut qu'on agisse pied par pied, step by step, et qu'on aille en partenariat avec eux. J'ai eu la chance aussi, pendant un tout petit moment ensuite, de diriger une activité, une start-up mondiale, enfin qui se voulait mondiale, pour faire du trading avec la Chine. Et la personne qui était le propriétaire des fonds a voulu faire du business, c'est-à-dire faire des grosses marges tout de suite sur des produits. C'est immédiatement ce à quoi on pense. Et en fait, ça a duré 1 an. On s'est fait jeter. Voilà. C'est juste brossé. C'est pas trop technique, je crois. C'est simplement pour vous donner envie de me poser des questions ensuite. Rien n'est impossible pour la Chine et rien n'est impossible pour le droit. Et je crois que l'avenir de l'innovation en Chine passera par la maîtrise de la protection intellectuelle.
Merci. Merci, Philippe. Philippe a compris la Chine très bien, parce qu'il a parlé beaucoup. Bonsoir à tous. Bonsoir, Céline. J'ai fait mon étude en France, donc j'ai parlé français. Mais excusez-moi, mon français n'est pas très courant assez, donc aujourd'hui, je vais faire la présentation en anglais. S'il y a des problèmes, n'hésitez pas de m'aider. Donc, posez votre question. Thank you. Before Philip said, the Chinese increased a lot, changed a lot. So before my presentation, I will show some figures. Okay, intellectual property in China. The trends of invention patterns, comparing the biggest 4 countries and area. It will be easy to find the Chinese figures. Okay, from the 1984 to 2015, China, Europe, France, Japan, and the USA. This is a trend of invention patent. Oh, sorry. This is a trend for the trademark. You can see it's similar. From the 2000, it increased a lot. We will see later why we have these improvements and these changes. And for the last year, 2016, what happened? The top 10 countries. All the figures are from WIPO. This is the top 10 countries of PCT applications. China is the 3rd place. The trademark through Madrid system, China is the 4th place. But we see the increasement rate. China is top 1. The top 10 PCT applicant. So you may guess how many Chinese companies? 0, 1, 3. Number 1, ZTE. Number 2, Huawei. They are both Chinese company. And the BOE is the most 8. So with these figures, just keep in mind, you can imagine what have changed, what the government do in China. So today's presentation will divide as 5 parts. The overview of the IPR in China, the patent and the trademark. They are the very important aspects of the IPR. And as I know, maybe some of you will attend the CES in June in China. So I will introduce you some IPR's protection during the exhibitions. Last, how to protect your IPRs. Peter said a lot the history Chinese development. Now we see the history. Do you know when the first patent law issued in France? Anybody know? No. It's the 1791. Yeah. So comparing the China. China is the teenage guys comparing the French. And we started from 1980. The reason is we joined the WIPO. Not we initiated our patent law directly, okay? And 2 years later and 4 years later, we have our first trademark law and patent law. Then we joined the Paris Convention and joined the Madrid Agreement for the trademark. Almost 10 years later, we have the anti-unfair competition law. Then joined the PCT, WTO TRIPS. It's 2001. So that's why in these about 10 years, 14 years, we increased a lot because of this evidence. And 2 years before, in 2014, we set up 3 IP courts delegated to managing the IP issues litigations in Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. So with the timelines, you will see the China. With Chinese IPR improves along with the international requirements. So you are the partner for the China improvements. We do not complain, oh, it's too out, but you can see what we are changed and keep improving. So what Chinese IPR contains is similar as the French ones. Patent, trademark, copyrights, plant varieties, layout design of non-integrated cycle, geographic indications, and also trade secret. Okay, trade secret is important, but it's difficult to protect. For the IP course, because it's the latest news, we set up 3 intermediate level IP courts in Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, and Shanghai. They're hearing all the first instance cases in local cities and province, because Guangzhou will be managing the province of Guangdong province, not only one city. Regarding the administrative cases involving patent, new plant varieties, IC layout, technical trade secrets, computer software, and the cases involving recognitions of well-known trademarks. And also all IP cases judged by local district courts. So you can see here, not all the IP issues, but sometimes like the copyrights. So it can not be directly to the IP core, the first hearing, okay. And each IP core will hire some technical examiners to be more professional, as most of judges have less background of the technical, but all the patent litigations related to the technical background. So we invited some technical examiners to assist the judge, like in Taiwan, Korea, and Japan. Here we will see the figures, the result, what we've done for the 2 years. You can see the figures. Can you see here? Clear here? Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shanghai. That's just within 1 year. So the amount is huge, more than 5,000 first instance. For last year, the data haven't been issued. It will be issued in the next month, normally. So if we have such IPR types, how we can protect it? Which way we can enforcement? In China, different from other countries, we have dual enforcement system. First, the administrative office. It contains SIC for the Industrial Commerce and the TSB, Technical Supervision Bureau, Copyright Bureau, SIPO, and Customs. And also, like all the world, you have the juridic system for the civil enforcement and criminal prosecution. So what's the difference? How we choose our strategy, which way to enforcement? We will see the comparison. For the administrative action, it's highly effective. That means it will action shortly, quickly. Then there's litigations and low cost. In China, the government willing to help you to stop the infringement, but no compensation because they have such rights. Okay. For custom protection, it will help effectively prevent or delay export or import for infringed goods. That's for the trade, income and outcome. For the civil litigation, you can obtain the compensation, but with higher cost, comparing the administrative actions and time-consuming. Criminal litigation, it's a harsher punishment. It can present to the sentence, okay, less than 7 years, and more complicated, high threshold and high cost. So which one can choose depends on the case. We just give you the options. So let's go to the patent and the trademark. So before it's just the global view. Types of patent. I think in France there are only 2 types of patent, but in China we have 3. In France, the design is not in the patent part. The invention, unique model, and the design. What could be an invention patent? Products, methods, and all the improvements of products or methods. Unique model, shape, structure, all the improvements. Design, shape, pattern, color, combination of therefore, and also the GUI. It's changed since 2 years before. So that means your computer GUI or cell phone GUI could be protected as a design. Then, how can we get granted? It should be satisfied these 3 aspects. It should have the novelty, inventiveness, practical applicability. Then, after the examination, it could be patent. Now you may ask, what's the difference of the 3, especially for the invention and the utility model? Okay, you can see that. If your patents, your technology regarding the method, it cannot be protected as unity model. It can only be protected by the invention patent. And then there are some other differences. the protection time is different. For invention patent, it could be protected as 20 years after the filing day. But for unit model and design, only 10 years. And invention is required the substantive examinations. For the other two, no this need. So it costs time to ground. For invention, it will consume more time, much more time. About 3 years after you request your substantive examination. So it takes time. But for utility model and design, 6 months. Normally, okay. It depends on the sample examiner. This is just static time. Okay. For the Chinese patent factor, the 3 parts, remember, only protect for the first to file, not first inventor. If you are the first inventor but not file, you cannot be protected as in our system. So do remember that. And the novelty is for the absolutely. What does it mean? The novelty will be searched all around the world. So that means if the technology is disclosed in France or in America, it will lose the novelty for the patent in China as well. Last one, should file in Chinese. So need the translation. Before I come here, there are 2 updates which will be effective in 1st April, this Saturday. Along with the development of the internet technology, now business mode with technical factor is possible to be protected as invention patent. Before, the business mode cannot be filed as the patent. It will be rejected by the examiner. But from this Saturday, it could be. The other is related to the computer science as well. The invention related to computer program, it could be. So this is just the law changed, but how we examine it, it is still in study. So on verra comment faire. Let's the generation for patent. So let's go to the trademark. What could be a trademark? You can just think a lot in your mind. What could be? Firstly, of course, the ABC words are combinations. For example, the law here. Or because you are worth it, the phrase, the sentence could be registered as the trademark as well. Then, the combination of the number 999 is a well-known trademark for the medicine in China. So it could be as well. Even it's simple. Then, the combination of the color. Here, everybody know it. So just remember, it's a combination of the color. If a single color, it could be or not. For example, the Tiffany blue. So in China? No, sorry. Sorry. In China, only the combination of the color could be. If a single color, it cannot. Then, of course, the Chinese character. See here, the below is Olaya, the name of Chinese, okay? Then the 3 dimension, the shape could be as well. This is a chocolate. Then the sound. For example, the Intel, dun, 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 dun. I think it's famous. It could be registered as a trademark as well. So these are the most of parts types of trademark you may register in China. Just think about your business. You can imagine what can be registered and what cannot. The words design, numerous letters of alphabet, combinations of colors, 3-dimension samples, sound, or any combination of them all. So you may do the strategy. You use single sample or use combination. It depends. It depends on the seminar, on the preview arts, okay? Note it, to avoid the name of cities, countries, design of national flags. I think it's all of the world. You cannot register the French flags as the trademark in China. Okay, so how we can obtain a registered trademark? How long? I mean, everybody maybe can say it. When we file an application, when I can obtain for registering. Okay, firstly, you have the priority, 6 months of priority. If you find your trademark in France, within 6 months, you can file it in China with your filing date in France. So it's an opportunity for you. Don't forget it. And or you show your products, your trademark on the international exhibitions. Take care. The exhibitions should be organized or recognized by the Chinese government, not all the exhibitions. You have the priority 6 months as well. For the registrations, normally it will take 1 year. That means 6 months examinations with the 3 months announcement. What does the 3 months announcement do? That means it's announced and everybody, any third party, could raise an objection for your trademark. Maybe they think they have a similar trademark as yours, but the examiner didn't search it, find the result. Or maybe they have some prior rights regarding your trademark. And everyone could raise your objections for that. And that's why big companies do the monitoring every day, every month for the new registering announcement of the trademark. So this is much easier at a low cost. If this trademark, after the 1 year, after the 3 months announcement, it will be much difficult to invalidate it. So take this advantage. Then for invalidation, after the trademark registered successfully, within 5 years, the third part can raise an invalidation request on the related grounds. That means we have the prior rights, we have a similar case, something like that, except for well-known trademark. If it's a well-known trademark, there's no time limitation. But well-known trademark is not so easy to obtain. You have to collect a lot of proof to convince the judge it's well-known. Okay, time to renew. The trademark is not a permanent right for you. It's only 10 years. So you have to renew it every 10 years. When you can renew it, the period, I think it's much enough. You have 1 year before the expiry date or 6 months after the expiry date. You can ask to renew it. And each time it will extend 10 years. For trademark, you should know also, we use the same classifications as NIST classifications with Madrid system, the same as in China, the same as in France. And also, it's the first to file system for trademark as the patent. Prior use affords lead protection. That means it may have some protection, but very less. Unless your mark is well-known. As I said, well-known mark is not easy to get. Examination, it's absolute and relative grounds depends on. Cancellation. Do you remember this? You can register as you want, but if you don't use it, after 3 years, everybody can ask her to cancel it. So we do it a lot. You register as you want, you can register. But after 3 years, everybody else could ask for cancel it. Then you should present the prove you use it in the 3 years. Otherwise, it will be cancelled. Okay. Everybody knows the difference between the two. The TM and R. Yeah. Know you where? The TM just the mark it's used as a trademark, but it's not registered. Okay. The protection, the power is very low, not enough. Just once you get the registering the trademark, you can remark the R sample. Okay, I think everybody is boring for the legal parts, so let's share one case just happened last year. The Orhush, I think the madam already, everybody knows this mark. It's famous in France. Owner is Orhel. What happened for this Orhush in China? The trademark filed in Europe in 2012. And then as a Madrid system, through the Madrid system, and asked the extensions to China within 6 months. So it could be. But it's rejected by the CTMO. Why? Can you guess? Why we rejected this sample? Or whose? Yes, exactly. Because it means the color, okay? Or it's golden. Whose is red. And it's just for the chromatic. So it's just the attribute for the product. So that's why we reject it. Yeah, Hazel? Yeah. Okay. But L'Oreal think not. They didn't satisfied with this decision. They ask for the review. Request for review. The review insists their decision on the same reason and rejected. Game not over. All right, continue to appeal to the IP Court in Beijing. So now we will see the impact and the influence of the IP Court. They are different and independent system from the CTMO. Okay. Okay, I show you the result. Maybe you can see. The court rejected the decision of the CTMO. They said, okay, your review board should rectify your decision. Now you guess, what's the reason? What? Money? No, it's based on the law, okay. Yes, the color. Why they refused? It depends on the proof the L'Oreal present. Okay, it presents 3 reasons. First, they said it's a French word. It's not so familiar for the Chinese customers. You see, it's not English, it's not Chinese. Second, it's a French word. It's registered successfully in France, in Europe, in any other countries. So they said it's not be confused for the customer. This is the second reason. The third one, I think this is the most important one. They said they already do a lot of advertisement on the market. So it's already well known for the customer. They cannot confuse these 2 words to the attribute to the product. Then the IP Court accepted their reasons. So that's why they asked the review board to rectify their decision. But not over. The trade board doesn't satisfy with the court. They fight, okay. They appealed to the High Court. Then we see what the High Court said. Guess. Finally, it's win or not, lose this trademark or win the trademark. Win, yeah. Finally, the High Court refused to the appeal. They accepted the 3 reasons raised by the L'Oreal. but it lasts about 4 years to obtain. And you can imagine the time consuming and the budget. Yes. No, I don't think so. It's a lot, but I just regarding the process, I think it's a loss for the lawyer to choose the words like that. For the lawyer, because it takes time, consuming the money. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the suggestion. Maybe before you register your trademark in China, even French words is not familiar for Chinese guys, but the CTMO will consider it. They have dictionary. They will search it, all the words around the world, okay, if they want. So, suggesting, if you choose a French word, it's better to choose some meaningless words maybe, or some meanings apart or away from your product. So that could be. Okay, this is for the trademark. Yeah. I don't know because it's secret, and this is just yeah, maybe, yeah, yeah. R&B, yeah, not you. I think the most important is they collect a lot of evidence to show it's already well known, accepted by customer. That's the main reason for that. For if your trademark is not well known and if you are not the company or other lawyer, it's difficult to win this game. Okay, next we will see the expressions. If you go to China to attend the expressions, what can we do? I think you can imagine 2 aspects. If you are the right owner, what can you do? Okay? Or if you are the attender, what's your risk? Firstly, we know the IPR types in China. So whether all the IPRs could be protected during the expressions? The trade secret? No, of course not. If it's disclosure, it's disclosure. It's no more trade secret, okay. Only 3 types: patent, trademark, and copyrights could be protected during the expressions. So, if you find some infringer will attend the expressions, what's the procedure for you? First of all, and very important, is to be prepared. Prepare what? First, you should have the effective rights, patent or trademark or copyright in China. If you have a patent in France, sorry, you cannot protect in China. And then you should prepare your monitoring your competitors or the infringers will attend these expressions, right? Otherwise, you no need to proceed this procedure in the exhibitions. Then prepare all your documents. What can we do? We can go to the office. For most of the international exhibitions in China, we will organize a complaint center or IP office just set up in the exhibitions. So you can find it and provide your documents in order to show, okay, blah, 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 I have these rights. And, okay, you see someone just expressing in these expressions, some booths, they have some infringing products. So, just a guess. What kind of patent or what kind trademark we can easily to recognize? What kind of patent could be easily obtain this protection? for the method invention patent. It could be. Yeah, it's not easy to find that. It's just 3 or 4 days experience. It's difficult to examine to see it's infringing or not. So sometimes it's the design patent. Design patent with a shape, it could be easily to tell the difference or not. Or sometimes the identity model, if some is easily structured, it could be. Then, okay, come to collect the evidence. Go to the booth to collect the evidence. Something like you buy something or you collect the name card. Normally, the evidence should be notarized. So it's better you prepare. In the preparation step, it's better to invite a notary to go with you to collect the evidence. They take the photo, something like that. Okay, with all these parts, you can do the enforcement. So for you, you think, what we do now, this step, we have the evidence, we have already registered on the central office. I think most of you will think, oh, it's good. We can remove all the products during the experience. Is this the good way? Just to think it. It depends. It depends. Just think of your strategy. Do remember, IPR is an asset of your company. So think it together with your business strategy, not do it separately. And the preparation is the key. So you can see in the first step, second step, third step, all should be prepared in advance, because most of the exhibitions only last 3 or 5 days, normally, no more time. So if you have 1 day, 2 days to prepare for it, and then the third day you come here, maybe on the last 2 days, they are already removed everything. It's difficult. It's more difficult for you to collect the evidence. Okay, for the evidence, just the madam said no, yes. What other choice we can choose? Here, we enforce through the complaint center, or we enforcement later. What can we do? We compare it, we will see. If successfully, from the complaint center, it results in remove all the goods from the booth. Oh, it's genial, right? We cannot see the infringement in the exhibitions center, and everybody knows these booths have infringed cases. But you lost your opportunity to seek damage for affected manufacturer. And only possible if goods are offered for sale at the fair. So sometimes on the fair, do not sell the products. And sometimes it's a supply chain on the products. They are only the seller, they are not the producer, okay, manufacturer. And you must have all your related certificates in hand and in order. If some document not satisfied with the rule, okay, it's failed. And the time frame is short for effective action. Just said, 3 or 5 days. First day to prepare, second day to register it, and they will make the decision with 24 hours, and then remove action enforcement. Only for the last 2 days. It's very short. They already shoot everybody, right, on the first 3 days. So most of our clients will choose the second choice. Collect evidence for future enforcement. If the company at the trade fair is only be a distributor, you can use evidence to pursue network to find out the manufacturer or the designer. And also, you may be able to seek more permanent enforcement later. That means, just said, if you find the designer or the manufacturer, you will destroy the supply chain. Ensure all evidence, but ensure all the evidence collected is store safety. It will be used on the litigation. And you may have time to consult and to choose your lawyer, to prepare, to well prepare for it, not just in 4 or 3 days, okay. Okay, in other parts, you are the owner, you attend the expressions. What's the risk? Is there any risk, firstly? Is there any risk for you? Something said, no. Is there any risk? I'm the owner. Okay, all the products or technology is original. I do not copy anybody. I do not infringe anyone. I can shoot as I want. Let's see the case. It's a well-known case and also last year. Lenovo. Everybody know Lenovo? And sued Lenovo on their design patent. We will see the picture. You can tell the difference? Which one is which one is Lenovo? Which one is Lenovo? Okay, they're just like the twins. You guess the result. Who win? Who lose? Lenovo? Lenovo? No, because both lost. What happened? The design patent is invalidated. Why? Why? We should. Just I said, they can't help to tell everybody, I have this kind of car, okay, SUV. They show they are the car on 2010. But they filed the application 1 year later. You cannot imagine that, right? Because everybody knows Lenovo is a big company, it's a famous company. They should have prepared and risk management. But it happened in China. So they lose the nobility. Before, it should be before. Yeah, they just filed the application 1 year after the expiration. Yeah, they first show on the trade fair. So this lesson will tell us, if you go to some international expressions or publish your some thesis, your papers, do remember, if you want something be patent, register firstly. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, so that's why if you are, I just said it's a strategy. Strategy, that means you should think in advance. Yeah, if your China is your potential marketplace, you should be planned in advance. Not just wait for, okay, I want to sell the product to China, then I register in China. Because just remember, all the patent and the trademark is the first to file, not first inventor. Okay. Mm. It will be taken into account. So that means the others cannot apply for this patent, but they can use it because the patent right is not effective in China. Yeah. Effective. No right in China. Yeah. No right. Yeah. The same in France. If you have the patent in China, you have no patent in France, you have no rights in France. Depends. Yeah, depends. It's not exactly the same. Yeah, it depends. But in China, yes. Some proof. Yeah, it depends. Not in China. China is a exaggerate for this part. Okay. Okay, so just think about the patent, trademark expressions. What can we do? Just generally. So it depends. For detail, it depends on each company, your strategy. But in general ideas, how to manage IPRs in China. Show another case. Okay, I prepared several latest cases. Maybe you didn't know it before. Just happened last year. Okay, cases. New Balance. Everybody know? Maybe somebody have you wear these shoes. It faced the suit in China last year. It concluded last year, okay, in 2011. The first Xing Bailun, the character, is the trademark in China, okay. And the New Balance choose these three characters as their trademark. New Balance is a sport brand from the US already 100 years. And in 2006, they set up a China subsidiary named Xing Bailun. Exactly, the name was as a trademark. You can compare. Even you may not know Chinese words, you can compare just like the picture, okay. Mr. Zhou is the owner of the Bailun, trademark Bailun, and the Xing Bailun. Xing means new, so they can have both, okay. Since 1996. And he have no factory to produce the shoes, so he use it. He has the rights, no doubt. So on 2011, Mr. Zhou filed suit to the New Balance, to the trademark rights. This case is already concluded by the High Court, so you can guess the result. Who win? Who lose? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Zhou win. Yes, no doubt for that, right? Mr. Zhou win because he has the right. Now we guess how much money the New Balance should pay for it. A lot. How much? Just imagine. Sorry? Yeah, just for this case. Imagine. Money. Just general the money, the fine for the. Okay. 5 million RMB. Yeah. Yes. 5 million RMB. It's a lot. Maybe it's impressive, it surprised you because everybody maybe think in China the infringement cannot be punished so harsh. But it happened last year. So that means it's changed. The environment, the enforcement power is changed. So it's not much. It's not too much, okay? Compare the first. You can see the first sentence. How much? 98 million. Why? Because a lot of reasons. Not only they use it. The reason is, do you think New Balance knew this trademark existed? Yes, it's no. It's registered in 1996, and it's used on the shoes. After 10 years, the New Balance come to China, choose these words. They knew it. but they still use it. Why? I think it's a question. We don't know. We are not the legal department of New Balance. We don't know why they insisted, and because they tried to buy it, Mr. Zhou refused. Maybe the price is not in there, but they insist to use it, so it's a problem. You can choose another words, right? You have the rights, but they didn't. They insist to use it. And with this 5 million RMB in part of them, because to punish this mind, maybe they underestimated the risk of infringement in China. Okay. But this lesson is concluded on the June last year. Okay, now we see the risk. Okay, so if you have a plan to have the business to China, don't hesitate to think about your IPR planned in advance. Maybe search your database. All the database is open to everyone. No matter the trademark, patent, or open free. Okay. So for the patent, it's easier to file in China. There are always have 2 ways. First, in front of the SIPO, directly. I mean the Chinese IP office, or through the WIPO from PCT applications. Compare the 2, what's the difference? If you're in front of SIPO, you may have 12 months priority. That means if you file your patent in France, you may file your patent in China within 12 months. You can keep your filing date. And the advantage also, the cost is much lower than PCT. But it depends on strategy. It's not okay, I just want to say again, the IPR system is a rule of game. It's not the good way or bad way. It depends on your strategy. Okay, just think of it. Low cost, it only if you only want to sell your products in China, not in America, not in Europe, or outside. Okay. But if you through WIPO, PCT, you can have more time to think about whether your patent need to come to China or not. And you have 2 months more extension. So that means you have 32 months to think of it. And if you have multiple countries as your potential market, you do not decide now, the cost is efficient. The similar for the trademark. You can file in front of the CTMO directly, and the cost is decreased from 1st of July this year, where just only 300 RMB. Before it's 1,000, now it's only 300 yuan. But it should be in Chinese language. Also, like the patent, if you only go to China, the cost is low. If you go to WIPO from the Madrid system, the language could be English, French, or Spanish, so it's more friendly for you. And cost efficient, multi-country planted, and easier to manage. Just think of that. Patent cannot be extensive, okay? 20 years is 20 years, 10 years is 10 years. After, you will lose these rights. But for trademark, it should be renewed every 10 years if you want to use it. So if you imagine if you have a lot of countries to sell your products, you should manage it in different countries separately. But if you through Madrid system, it will be more easily for you to renew it, to manage it. So it's just think of it. Keep in mind, before I said, first, plan ahead. I just remember a lot to say that do not just the things happened, infringement happened, the problem happened, we just think of it, it's too late. Just plan ahead. Proactive. Proactive, that means you do not only plan ahead, you should also to see the potential infringement, something like that, to monitoring the market, okay? Something just like the New Balance case. They knew there is the trademark, the risk. They continue, insist to use it, and they pay for it. Do you remember? First to file, not first invent. The price is very, very low, very less. Not the similar in France. Just remember again, it's a strategy. It's only a statement for your company. It's not a separated right. Think of your strategy. Because IPR, it costs money and it lasts time. The ROT is not easily to see, just like the product we sell something. It's a long-term strategy. And of course, today I talked about the situation in China. So we remember the figure before, the Chinese increased a lot. So before, maybe 10 years or 20 years before, the IP environment in China is like a blue sea. You can go anywhere. But now with the 20 years development, now it's a red sea. There are a lot of traps. So keep your eyes in China market. It changes, and it changes every year. We can see the cases. All the 3 cases are the latest cases last year. And we can see the money, the fine money, it's increased a lot. It's no more like we imagination, oh, the enforcement in China is not so powerful. We can do infringement as we want. We can pay for it. We can continue to use it. No, it's changed. We set up 3 courts only delegated to treat the IP issues. And we see the litigation cases amount is increased a lot. And also, we have a lot of trademark registered already. For the business, the trademark is the first card to the customer. So it's very important for you. If you meet such problem, you should change your name. You lost your fidelity of your clients. Something like just imagine the new fear. How the customer can think? Because the Mr. Zhou is a small shoe manufacturer. Maybe we see the new Xinbailuan, we think for the customer, they don't know, they are not the professional, they knew this case very well, because the company name of New Balance still kept Xinbailuan. So it's confused. So, okay, that's all. Thank you. Any questions? So, any questions? Or if you, yeah.
Use the mic, please, because we are filming.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I'm in tech, so I wanted to know what a company should do before selling a software in China. Like, you told us that from April the 1st of this year there would be a change regarding computer science and programs. Do you know what we should plan ahead in the software industry?
Yes, it's because now the computer science is a very hot industry demand for all over the world. So we changed. You have 3 ways, I think. First, copyrights. The copyrights for the coding, the program, you can register it in China. It's much easier, and now it's free. Okay, it's free from July, very soon. So you can register it. And then, I think behind your computer software, you have some business mode. maybe linked to the Internet Plus, Web Plus, okay? So think about it. Just I said, the business mode with technical factor could be protected as the invention patent. Secondly, the third one, the program. Think your flow chart. The flow chart could be registered as the invention patent as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Or I think everybody is thirsty, so maybe you can ask me questions after. Okay. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Donc, je vous propose maintenant de boire un petit coup pour se remettre de tout ça. Donc, merci à Céline. Je vous rappelle simplement que pour ceux qui souhaitent approfondir, donc, le SMAC organise une formation d'une journée courte, une journée complète sur ces sujets pour ceux qui veulent approfondir un sujet qui est certes extrêmement important pour la Chine. Voilà. Donc, merci et on vous attend au bar.